Welcome back to Building Character, where we figure out how to play as your favorite fictional characters in Dungeons and Dragons. Remember to like and subscribe for more aura next time you play. Is that spelled O-R-A or A-U-R-A? Maybe you'll find out later. When I first started this channel, I was building Avengers for Avengers Endgame and Kingdom Hearts characters for Kingdom Hearts 3. 2019 was a big year for me. So you might think with the Kingdom Hearts shirt that we're building a Kingdom Hearts character, if you didn't see the title of the video or the thumbnail for the video. Wrong. If there is a Venn diagram of Kingdom Hearts fans and anime fans, that sucker looks basically like a complete circle. But there's a little sliver that's just for Kingdom Hearts fans, and I existed in that sliver. Still, I would get requests for anime characters because people assumed I probably liked and knew about anime. And no more requests were received than the ones from the Jojo's Bizarre Adventure fandom. A fandom that I can just say is pretty great. I've interacted with a lot of fandoms, honestly, over the course of the show that I wouldn't have interacted with otherwise, and the Jojo's people are great. They say, please make a Jojo's character, and then I make a Jojo's character, and they say, thank you for the Jojo's character. That's what it should be, Ben 10 community. Oh, man. So Jotaro won the first poll for which Joe to Joe on the show to show, and I got busy watching Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. And boy, what a bizarre show it was. Did I like it? Did I love it? We'll talk about it later. Before we go any further, I want to thank Ty Presto for helping me out with some moving fees. Thank you, buddy. For now, I want to talk about how Jotaro started me on a bizarre adventure, the bizarre adventure of full-time content creation. It took me about a year to get to 1,000 subscribers, which is a big deal for YouTubers because that's when you can monetize your channel. And in the first month after monetization, I had made about $17, which isn't even enough for YouTube to pay out. You have to make 100. But a month later, I posted the Jotaro video, and that sucker blew up in a ridiculous way, in a way that I have not had a video blow up since. I've had some videos that have passed it in views, but they did it slowly. This was like all at once, all in one weekend, and it was awesome. And thank you, everybody who found me through that video and stuck around till this period. Boy, we've been through some stuff, haven't we? Enough yapping, though. I clicked the video to learn how to build Jojo, not to hear you talk about how you felt about building Jojo. So, how do the Jojo? Well, when I first built Jotaro, we didn't have access to Astral Self Monk or Echo Knight Fighter, probably the two best character classes to make a stand. Part of me thinks that my video was instrumental in the Astral Self Monk being made into a subclass because that subclass came out about a month and a half after my video was posted, and one of the designers at Wizards of the Coast followed me on Twitter. Now, am I saying they stole the idea from me? No. What? They probably just saw the video and were like, oh, that's neat. Let's make that simpler. That's fine. They don't owe me any money. They could give me some, but they don't owe me any. So let's start off with our goals for this build. First, we need to aura, obviously. Get a stand, some sort of ghost fighter to fight behind us while we are also standing there. I guess they call it a stand because once your stand is out, you just stand around. And maybe the world. I personally think of the world as more of a Dio thing, and if I'm trying to play Jotaro in a Dungeons and Dragons, I just want to hit the aura. I just want to have a ghost that punches people really fast. I don't really need to do time stop shenanigans. But we can start off talking about that, since one of the ways I build a character is I figure out what is the hardest thing to get in this character, what is the thing that is gonna throw us off, and start there and then work my way backwards from that. So Time Stop is probably the spell we should be trying to get. It's a 9th level wizard spell. And no, I'm not making Jotaro a 17th level wizard to get one spell and then filling in the blanks. I mean, maybe you could say Tensor's Transformation, but you don't get Tensor's Transformation until you're level 11. So yeah, that just doesn't work for me. When we built Dio, we just said Hold Person was good enough, and I still think Hold Person is good enough. for a time stop effect. Good news is, Old Person is on so many spell lists, including Druid and Cleric. Druid and Cleric are probably the best options, since I will probably want to go Astral Self Monk. If you're okay with going Echo Knight instead, I think that's fine. You could mix up what class you do. Now, those don't necessarily seem like the best flavor pitches for sticking within Jotaro theming, but hear me out. He is a marine biologist, and druids like animals. So, Crocodile Jojo. Croco Jojo Dodo while, if you will. And because Wild Shape lets you use monk abilities, because you can use unarmed attacks with, anything that has arms or not arms, even if it just can attack with its body in some way, you can make an unarmed attack, which means that yes, martial arts does carry over to animal forms in Wild Shape. Yeah, you could do Crocodile Jojo. Or you could do Cleric Jojo if you feel like that's too weird and going Druid doesn't fit well. If you go Cleric, I think Tempest would be the best one for a Jojo, since it'll eventually let you put Thunder on your punches if you go to level 8. You shouldn't go to level 8, though, because it's 6. You go to level 8, and I don't think you should go to level 8, but maybe you go to level 8. We'll talk about breakpoints for the build and what you specifically need and what would be nice. So yeah, I think you go 6 levels of either Druid or Cleric to get your Hold Person on, or, and hear me out, don't do that. You just don't really need to do that if you just want to aura. This is all hypothetical stuff anyway, and it would be the last thing the character does, so it would be the last levels you get, and boy howdy, going from level 14 to level 20, investing in a class that isn't going to give you a whole lot doesn't sound fun to me. Sounds like 2 to 3 years of getting a level up every 2 or 3 months and getting something you don't want so you can get to 1 spell. I don't think you're going to do that in practicality, and I don't think it's worth it to do that in practicality. So let's just talk about the things that actually matter. I think we're going to go Astral Self Monk. Astral Self Monk is very much the Jojo class. The other option, of course, being Echo Knight Fighter, but I like some stuff you get from Monk better specifically. So with Echo Knight Fighter, you get your Astral Echo, which lets you do an extra punch equal to the amount of times you have your Constitution modifier, something weird like that. Didn't look it up for the video because I'm not using it for the video. It basically lets you burst out a ton of attacks in 1 turn, 1 time. Whereas Astral Self Monk gives you Flurry of Blows, so you can make 4 attacks per round pretty frickin' consistently with your key points as soon as level 2. And you can do it with Astral Arms as soon as level 3, because that's when you get Astral Arms as an Astral Self Monk. They're longer. Evasion also feels good for shrugging off fireballs. Just having that extra movement speed works great for anime battles at anime speeds, where people are running all around town punching each other. The real reason I'm going Monk instead of Echo Knight Fighter is for the Diamond Soul ability that you get at level 14, giving you proficiency in all saving throws. Diamond is unbreakable. Star Platinum. JoJo's. Was that a mother effing JoJo's reference? Yes, this whole video is. So now you're playing Jotaro, but the real question remains. Does Phil like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Not really. It's okay if you do. I'm not judging anyone who does like it, but I personally don't like it. I think because of a translation issue I have, and not from Japanese to English, but rather just from manga to anime. When you're reading a comic, characters will explain what's happening to kind of help you piece the animation together of what's happening between the panels. So a character will be like, oh, he's punching so fast that it's breaking through the space-time continuum and ripping a rift in time itself. And that's hard to draw. But when you translate it to animation, you can just like draw the punches happening really fast, and like I'll get it. I guess I'm thinking specifically of a part 4 thing where there's an ice guy and there's a gun guy, and no, I don't remember their names, but the gun guy shoots the ice guy, and they take, I swear to God, 40 seconds to explain that the ice guy used his ice powers to put ice around him fast enough that it caught the bullet. And I was just like, I know, I'm watching. And every moment in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is explained this way that like exhausts me as a viewer. I'm saying all this not to dunk on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because I love the art style. I think the character design is great. I think the music is fantastic. I think it is a fun show. It just makes me very sleepy. I am instead bringing this up because that's kind of perfect for Dungeons and Dragons. Show don't tell works great when you have an animation and you can just show people what's happening and you don't need every character to narrate every minute detail of every action they or the enemy is taking. But when you're sitting at a table with your friends, you want that kind of crazy narration. I love it when characters and players in my games take abilities that exist in the game and explain them in some wild way. Instead of second wind being, oh, I just felt better because I took a deep breath, a character will be like, I actually massage my joints, and because I know a special technique that was passed down by my family, it surges a spirit through me that makes me stronger. Yeah, hell yeah it does. Of course it does. There's a lot of wiggle room within the mechanics of Dungeons and Dragons that gives you room to add some delicious flavor. For example, talking about the gun guy and the ice guy. That could be someone explaining how their deflect missiles works as a monk. They're not catching it, they're transferring their energy to one part of their body to specifically shut down an arrow. And like, if I'm sitting at the table, I'm like, oh, that's so much cooler than just, I caught it. Nothing wrong with catching it with your good reflexes, but put a little stank on there. Don't say, I cast fireball. Say a swirling cosmos of embers flows from my hand, growing and swelling in size and smelling like delicious Frank's Red Hot barbecue sauce before coating my enemies in that sticky ooze. I need a dexterity saving throw. That's so much more fun. Don't you want to do that? It can still be fire damage, just make it hot sauce. So I hope if you're a JoJo's fan, you don't feel like I am coming down on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure at all. I don't have to enjoy everything that y'all enjoy to make characters for it. I will probably not make as many characters from things I don't like as much anymore, but because JoJo's community has been so fun and so fun to interact with and good and shows up to the videos and likes them and gives nice comments about them, yeah, I'll probably do some more JoJo's characters. I'll probably do some more JoJo's videos. It's fun to come up with stand sonas. Stands are a really fun thing to make in D&D, just from a creative standpoint. It's a fun creative challenge. And Ben 10 can burn in heck for all I care. Wow, Ben 10. What's wrong with you?
Your parents drop you when you were a baby?
What's wrong with that fandom? Yikes. So, if you're looking for more JoJo content from me, why don't you check out Tulok the Barbrarian? I'm kind of trying to start a new series that's a little similar to building character, but for Magic the Gathering. I know there's a big overlap of D&D people and Magic the Gathering people because I see you at the Magic the Gathering conventions. So, Tulok the Barbrarian, that video should be out right now. You can go check that out, click on it, and see what would it look like if Wizards of the Coast made a Jotaro Kujo Magic the Gathering card in a Universes Beyond format. Might be something you're interested in checking out. Join the Patreon to support the channel. It's the best place to do it. And you get to join the Discord where you can hop in for games of Magic the Gathering. People are talking about their D&D homebrews there. There's a lot of great community stuff happening there. Follow me on Twitch if you want to talk about this video live as I'm playing another game. I might be playing another game, so I might be a little distracted. Check out Tulok and Mango if you like video games and you want to see me play some. We're mostly playing Elden Ring, but maybe there'll be a little more variety on there soon. There is already other variety on there. Those videos just didn't do very well. I played Kingdom Hearts, Chain of Memories, what this guy's from. Check it out. Bye-bye.